Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. My name is Gentleman Jack, and welcome to my channel. All right, so we are back with episode 5 of EMC to the Skies, the modded Minecraft mod pack, excuse me, that we've been working on for a few episodes now. So just a couple of things here before we get into the meat and potatoes of it all. So one thing about the last 4 episodes is I kind of recorded them all before I did any editing. Like it was done over a number of days, maybe even a couple of weeks. I don't remember exactly, but I recorded everything and then I started editing. So I did not actually realize that somehow my OBS settings had gotten messed up. And so there were no actual game sounds coming through, but that has been corrected now. So as you can see here, we'll go over and open this chest. We've got game sounds now, so I do apologize for that. And the second thing is, last episode I mentioned that we should get our tier 2 resource generator hooked up to a sequential fabricator, and then I just kind of forgot about it. So between episodes, I went ahead and did that. All I did was basically the same setup I've got here. I hooked the tier 2 resource generator up into the sequential fabricator. I have it making diamonds. Okay, so that's about it for just housekeeping and updates. As far as the mob farm, as you can see, is not there. So that's actually where we left off at the end of the last episode. Okay, so let's go down here and take a look at our platforms. This is the current way down. I probably am going to upgrade this very soon. But for right now, this is how we get up and down here. And on this platform here, the one that's directly under the main part of our base, it does have a slime chunk, which is very helpful because if you don't end up in an area where there are slime chunks on the skyblock, it can be very difficult to get slime. And slime is up. So this over here is the platform where our mob farm is going to go. And I figure we'll just kind of pop it right here in the middle. Everything up there on those 3 platforms is completely spawn proofed. So we shouldn't have any issues of anything up there messing with our spawn rates down here. Oh, and one other thing actually before we get into it is you may have noticed I have a new audio setup. Yay! So before I was just recording on a Blue Yeti mic that I had gotten quite a while back that I was planning to use for podcasting. Didn't really know too much that there was other audio solutions out there. I thought all of the mics in my price range were just kind of created equally. And then I found out about the Elgato Wave 3, I think to be specific, but not even so much the mic, the Elgato Wave software. And let me tell you right now, if you are looking for an audio solution and you don't have a whole lot of money to spend and you don't want to really worry too much about soundproofing your space, go with that. I did not change anything as far as soundproofing goes or anything like that in my office. And the sound quality that I've been getting through the Wave software is so better. I love it. I am still working to dial some of the settings in, so if you hear like some clicking or something before I start talking, my noise suppression is being a little tricky, but yeah, so far, so happy with it. Okay, so anyway, audio rant over. So that's where our mob farm is going to go. I think we're just going to go ahead and make it out of cobble. I probably will do... That was an interesting note. Oh, that's what that noise was. Uh-oh. Sleep. Nap a day keeps the phantoms away. Apparently I missed a couple of days in there. Okay. Looks like they're going to leave us alone. They need to be quiet though. Guys, shut up. Shh. There we go. Thank you. Really? Okay. Anyway. Well, actually, I was thinking we would build it out of cobble, but now that I'm thinking more about it, Maybe we should go stone bricks. We haven't actually used those at all so far. And they are one of my favorite building blocks. Where's my stone? There it is. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I think that's exactly what we'll do. We may use some of the chiseled cobblestone to do some accents or something. That sounds like it would probably be pretty cool. But other than that, I think we're going to go ahead and build it out of this stone brick. So I think we are going to go ahead and build this in the form of a time lapse because it probably is going to take a little while here to get this completely built up. We'll be right back when we're done. All right, we are back. And as you can see here behind me, the mob farm has been completely built and is up and running successfully. So now it's just time to go ahead and swing our sword at some mobs, get some glowstone, and yeah, we'll be back as soon as we have that.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Okay, so we are back. And as you can see here behind me, the mob farm has gone through some changes. It's honestly kind of been a pain. So I'm honestly not even sure how to explain what happened. I got it built, came down here to start grinding some mobs, get some glowstone, and I heard an explosion above my head. So I looked up, and over here, there were huge chunks missing from the mob farm, which it still kind of worked, but letting all that light in, of course, it just killed the efficiency of it. So I thought it was just a fluke, repaired it, came back down. A few minutes later, the same thing happened. So then I decided I'd go ahead and just build, let's see if I can get a better view of it here. There we go. I figured I would just build this entire top part out of obsidian because it's blast proof. So I did that, and then almost as soon as I got that done, I had an explosion happen somewhere down here, which I'm not sure because I don't really have line of sight to any of the mobs, but it exploded and blew out these hoppers, and the mobs were all down here. I had baby zombies and skeletons and creepers running around all over the place. So I got rid of them, went back up top, lit everything up, came back down here, killed all the mobs, rebuilt all of this out of obsidian, and then put obsidian slabs, which thankfully are a part of this pack down here. And since then, I haven't had any issues with it. On the bright side, we do have glowstone dust. So actually not that. So I'm going to pull a few things out of here, like these music discs, some of the leather armor, the bones. We can go tame that dog now, or some of those dogs. And yeah. Oh, we also have a backpack. We're going to run that up as well. And yeah, that looks like the most worthwhile stuff for the moment. So we're going to go ahead and head back upstairs. Okay, here we go. Back up at the top now. So yeah, we're going to drop that glowstone. Yes, that's what we needed. And then we're going to throw the rest of the stuff in here too. The backpack, we're just going to learn at this point in time. Throw all of our music discs in there. And then there we go. All right, so now glowstone, which leads us to back to the Project E quest line. So Philosopher's Stone, we need redstone, glowstone, and diamond. All right, so we are ready to make our first Philosopher's Stone. So excited to finally have that. All right, so let's consult the quest book here. Got that. So we need dark matter, which, yep, have to trace this all the way back. Okay, so just coal. There we go. We have alchemical coal now. So then we should be able to go the next fuel source up, which is the Mobius fuel. Put that there. And then this should take us, yes, to Aeternalis fuel. Learn that, grab a stack. Then we're gonna need a diamond block. Oh, nope, did that wrong. Put that around there, and boom, dark matter. All right, so we only have enough for 18 dark matter. Let's go ahead and throw these diamonds in here that this has been making, as well as this bone meal. There we go. All right, so the transmutation tablet. This is going to be an absolute game changer. Yes. That is amazing. So now, the reason I was so excited to get this is, oh, this is different than previous ones I've seen. Okay, so not quite as helpful as I anticipated it being, but it's still going to be very helpful. The ones I've seen in the past, it has all the transmutation table stuff, but it also has a crafting grid. So like I could pull up a recipe in JEI, hit the plus button, it would automatically pull whatever items I need out of the transmutation table into the crafting grid, and it's just kind of a one-stop shop. This is just a portable transmutation table. But that is okay. That's still good. If we ever need like a tool or material or something, we've got it here. We can also input things wherever we are, so that's still going to be helpful. Okay, so basic EMC link. All right, so we need the alchemical chest, 2 transmutation tablets, and then our dust. Now the transmutation tablets are 1.7 million EMC. And as of right now, we have 405, and we need 1 more of these. EMC link. Okay, there we go. So I have that over here. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a little AFKing, collect up all the stuff, get some more EMC, and then I'll be back as soon as we're ready to craft that first EMC link. We are back again, and as you can see here, we have everything we need to make our first EMC link. So let's go ahead and get that crafted up so we can start gathering a little bit of passive EMC here. Boom. Nice. All right, so we're definitely going to learn this so we don't have to craft it again. And then I think what I want to do is we'll go ahead and stick that there. Go ahead and throw those diamonds in there. And then go grab that alchemical chest real quick. Figure we'll go ahead and stick it there because the diamonds are not coming in very fast. It takes 8 of the tier 2 resource capsules to make 1 diamond. So they are kind of slow. And so that tier 1 EMC link should be able to handle that. The bone meal is coming in a bit faster. Make the long trek back up the ladder here. There we go. Okay, cool. And let's take up. Nope, thought we might be able to grab it. Okay, so we'll grab a piece of dirt first. And I just want to make sure that this is working. And it looks like it is. Up in the upper left-hand corner there, you can see the EMC that we currently have. Yep, and we just saw a diamond go through. So we are good to go there. That is all set up. And now let's go ahead and grab the bone meal here. Get this all emptied out. Okay, cool. So we are all set here. We have our first EMC link over here. Oh, while we were AFK, I did actually created some more of these tier 2 resource and generators and got them hooked up into our sequential fabricator just to make the diamonds come through a little bit quicker. All right. So now that we have all of that, let's take a look at our quest. So this quest is probably not one that we're going to be able to just kind of work from beginning to end on, because by the time you get down to these advanced matters and fuels and EMC link, it is going to be taking so very much EMC that, yeah, it's definitely not something we'll be able to do terribly quickly. Okay, so I do want to take a look at this and see how quickly we've got bone meal running through here. Okay, so it looks like we don't have more than 1 per second running through. Let's see. Oh, this is 2,000 per second. And for this, we just need the basic, dark matter, and then the 3 dusts. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and make one of these. And then, I mean, our bone meal production is nowhere near 2,000 per second. But it will make sure that we don't get backed up at all. All right, so had no trouble gathering the supplies for that with the current amount of EMC we have. So we'll pull that. All right, cool. So now both of these machines are just running completely automated. There's really no need for any kind of intervention anymore, because everything the sequential fabricator is making is just being destroyed and loaded straight into our EMC system. So let's take a look at our quest book. So we do have this one. Let's go ahead, before we move on completely from Project E, and make some of the higher fuel sources here, just so we have them available for later when we start needing them. All right, so we've got red matter, magenta matter, and these recipes for the matter, I believe, yeah, I was just going to say they're all the same. I suppose that is not accurate. Okay, so we have to go up to magenta fuel on this one. Alrighty, so we need Aeternalis fuel. There we go. Alright, so now we can go up to pink matter. Okay, so it looks like these recipes are pretty much going to be the same. The next level matter requires 3 of the previous level matter, plus 3 of the fuel of the same color, and you make that by putting the previous color of fuel in this configuration with the Philosopher's Stone. So I'm going to go ahead and get as far up in the matter and fuel as we can, and then we'll be right back.
10 seconds later.
So that didn't actually take as long as I was expecting it to, even maybe hoping it would. We actually only got up to purple matter. We didn't have enough EMC to pull out the materials we needed to make violet matter. So I did work on the EMC links as well, and I got up to pink, which is tier 5, but we didn't have enough EMC, unfortunately, for the purple. So yeah, that's about as far as we can go with Project E right now, except these 2 here. It looks like these recipes have been simplified from packs I've played in the past. So we're going to go ahead and craft these up real quick. There we go. Fairly simple recipe on this one. So we now have the Kleinstar Ein. So we'll learn that. And it says if we put it... Okay, yeah. So this actually holds EMC. So we don't need that right now. And I actually already looked at this recipe here. So it's going to require a bucket of lava surrounded by iron. And there we have that, the iron band. We'll go ahead and... Real quick, actually, I'm just curious. Okay, so the bucket is 768, lava bucket is 832. Okay, so the actual... Oh, water does not have any value. Milk has a little bit, and lava has more. Okay, cool. All right, so we need 4 feathers and 4 dark matter. Oh, wait, actually. Okay, so we forgot to learn the iron band, so let's do that before we craft anything with it, just so we don't have to worry about making another one of those in the future. And there we go. Swift Wolf's Rending Gale. Shoots lightning at nearby mobs, activates every 3.5 seconds. And then I believe we put it in the ring bubble slot. There we go. It enables creative flight, maybe? Where's that client star? There it is. Load that up. Okay. That seems helpful. Yeah. I think we will go ahead and keep that on us. That's nice. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Did I put it into the table? I did not. Okay. Let's make sure that we do that. Just in case we were to lose it somehow. Learn that. There we go. Cool. All right. Nice. So now we have the power of creative flight, which is very cool. And it's going to be very helpful for things like repairing the mob farm. And it's just a good thing to have in general on a skyblock, honestly. Okay, cool. So, seeing as we are kind of at a standstill with Project E, these are still working, but unfortunately they're not terribly fast at the moment. So let's see where we want to go next. So we've had a little look through the quest book, and I think what we're going to do is actually just start at the top and work our way down. We may hit some other things here and there. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and start with PSI. But actually, before we do that, I want to make another run into the Nether. I saw something when I was looking around in the quest. Let's see if I can actually find it again. Yeah, under Humble Beginnings. This is where looks like where we start create. But it said, yeah, travel to the Nether. And then it says there are fortresses. And so there's going to be blaze spawners and all of that. So yeah, I think I want to make a quick run to the Nether just to see what else is out there. We do have the ability of flight now. So, excuse me, please move, please. There we go. Thank you. Sorry about that. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is just head. Oh, actually, it looks like west. Can I set a waypoint here, actually, before we go? Add waypoint. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we should be able to find our way back. Forgot you have to double jump there for a second. That was almost very bad. All right, so now we're going to head over to the Nether Fortress. Oh my. This could go south very quickly. Ah! And of course, I did not think to craft a shield. Okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Wow. Okay, now I want to set foot on it. Okay, our health is doing okay. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. All right. We have to go back and get our stuff. We're gonna put that there. All right. Yeah, we're probably gonna need all of this and then a sword. Did I not make a diamond sword? Okay, that's weird. That's all right. We'll go ahead and craft one up real quick. There we go. All right, ring slot. Make sure we don't run out. Okay, so we're gonna go back, get our body, and then we're not gonna mess with the nether for a little while. Hopefully we will be able to get our body without too much incident. Alright, now let's get out of here. Okay. Not bad. Alright, so we did get blaze rods, which is very exciting. And let's break this down into some blaze powder. And real quick, nap a day keeps the phantom away. Alright, cool. So let's get the... Oh, that's fun. Apparently blaze powder does not have EMC. Okay. We'll dump all of that, dump that. Okay, and then we'll go ahead the backpack into the backpack slot. There we go. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at PSI here. I've never really done anything with this mod. Okay, PSI is a very cool magic mod that can do some pretty fun and interesting things. PSI is very cool, though it can seem very daunting if you are not familiar with it. We provided the manual for you to peruse at your leisure. We have also provided a few basic quests to get you going, as you will need to utilize PSI to get further into the path. Okay. So we have that, and then we need to make a CAD assembler. The CAD assembler is needed to make CAD devices, the basis of PSI. Oh, that's pretty easy. So a piston and 5 iron. So there we go. Piston, 5 iron. And our CAD assembler, then an iron CAD assembly. Okay, so I guess let's put the CAD assembler down. Okay, let's go ahead and consult the Encyclopedia Psionica. The CAD assembler is the heart of PSI, serving 2 essential functions. First, it assembles a CAD from its component parts. Second, it loads non-empty spell bullets into CADs, as well as other things that hold bullets, such as PSI metal tools. I think we're just going to go ahead and make this CAD assembly. And, oh, we got an achievement for that. Okay. Cool. So, put your CAD assembly into the CAD assembler, then take the resultant casting assistance device out. You will get better versions later. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, cool. PSI dust is a major part of PSI mod. It's also used to craft prosperity shards for mystical agriculture. To make PSI dust, throw some redstone onto the ground and right-click with CAD in hand. Okay, so I'm assuming that's this thing. So let's grab a stack of redstone dust, I suppose. I don't know how much of this PSI dust we'll need, and then... Oh! Well, look at that, that was easy. And we got another iron CAD assembly. Okay. Alright, so we've got basic CAD core, basic CAD socket, and basic CAD battery. So CAD cores upgrade complexity and projection. Better core equals more complexity and spell size. Oh, okay, so just 4 iron around the PSI dust. Okay, got the core. Cool. CAD socket upgrades the bandwidth, number of sockets, and saved vectors. Basically, more room to do cool stuff. Okay, cool stuff is fun. There we go. And then a CAD battery. CAD batteries provide an overflow buffer for your spell. You have a limited amount of PSI energy to cast spells. If you cast a spell and do not have enough energy, it will draw from your life force. This can be potentially lethal. This is where a battery comes in handy. It will allow you to overdraw a spell up to the battery limit before you start taking damage. I wonder if that's psi instead of PSI. Now that I'm thinking about it, it probably is. Alright, so back to the CAD assembler with another CAD assembly. Place the recently crafted basic CAD components into their respective slots and put the CAD assembly in the middle to craft the upgraded CAD. The basic CAD you crafted before had efficiency and potency, but nothing else. You will know you have done this correctly if the other stats have increased from 0. I think that's what we were supposed to do. Okay, so yeah, the complexity projection are not 0. Has 100 overflow. And yeah, all of them are 0 on this one except for the first 2. So yeah, looks like we're good. I'm still not entirely sure what that just did, but that's okay. Alright, so spell programmer. Spell programmer is where you'll program spells. What a novel idea, indeed. The spell programmer can look pretty scary, but once you understand the basics, it can be pretty cool. Your first spell will be Infusion. Simply right-click a slot in the programmer and search for Infusion, not Greater Infusion. If you got Trick, Infusion in there correctly, you should see green checkmark next to the CAD on the left saying compilation successful. You can rename the trick if you desire at the bottom of the programmer, but it is not necessary. Spell programmer, okay. Okay, so we found it. We were actually able to just search up here. And there's Greater Infusion and then Infusion, so we just click that. Spell bullet. Okay, so that is where we're going next. Alright, so let's make like, let's say 10 of these. Because why not? Alright. So this is Solium Dust and Soulstone Cobble. You'll need Solium and Soulstone Cobble for some recipes in mystical agriculture. Toss gunpowder or cobblestone on the ground and cast with your CAD infusion spell to get Solium and Soul Cobble. Alright, so you've written your first spell. Actually casting it, though, will take a few extra steps. Spells first close out of your spell programmer. Hold a spell bullet, which you should have prepared in the last tutorial, and use right button the bullet on the programmer. You should hear a chime, and the bullet should rename itself. Okay. Okay. So that, I assume? Okay, cool. So let's toss that and that. And then... Actually, let's just start with 1. Okay. Okay. So we completed PSI. Or Psi. Alright, let's see what we can use Solium Dust for. Okay, nothing that is terribly useful to us right now. So for this exact moment in time, I think we're gonna just dump the PSI stuff in here. Put everything that's not PSI back in here. Oh, we have some more Infurium Essence, nice. And we're gonna dump the blaze powder as well. Okay, cool. So that's one mod pack done. I'm sure we will come along in instances later on down the line where we'll have to use this. So we'll get a little bit more into it later. So next up, let's see, is Mystical Agriculture. Okay, cool. So this is where we're going to start coming into these like resource seeds. That's going to be fun. All right. But so I think that's going to actually do it for us today. We got quite a bit of progress made today. We got through some of the fuels and the matter colors in Project E, made a couple of EMC links here to start automating that EMC production, made it all the way through Sci, and yeah. So it's been a good Minecraft day. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good place to end things. So if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you really liked it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Maybe even consider clicking that notification bell so you know when I post in the future. Videos will be going up at 2 p.m. Central Time on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And I thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.